Let me know what you think on this subject. What do you think? Do you think modern homesteading is built on a lie? I've just been ringing through this sentiment in my head, and even before that, I've lived and built my own 12 by 12 off-grid cabin here. It's interesting because when we look on Instagram, when we look on YouTube, and even all these TV shows that are coming about now, we see them that they're portraying off-grid life, and they have so much. They have acres and acres of land. They have all the tractors. They have barges, boats, ATVs, four-wheelers, woods, sawmills, animals, everything. There's this one show that I've watched in the past, and it's about a family that lives up in Alaska. And like I say, they have everything. Mind you, it is a multi-generational family that has been there for years and years and years. But still, they have barges and boats and excavators, tractors, everything that I just named, and then some. It brings up the question, is all that really attainable for the average person? Homesteading has become super popular over the past 10 years, maybe even a little bit longer. Especially with this day and age of social media, we usually only see the best case scenarios of everything. When people post on social media, they post the wins as opposed to not so much the failures. It kind of gives us a false sense of direction in homesteading and living off-grid and all these things. I know when it comes to my own cabin here and my own YouTube channel that I post everything, and I get the flack because I hear if I were to turn the camera, which I will here in a second, over into the kitchen's a mess. I have stuff, bags of groceries still that I need to kick around, and it just kind of looks like a war zone in here right now. It's crazy because it happens so fast, and I don't mind showing that on camera, even though people will nitpick me apart for it. Maybe the floor is a little bit dirty, or there's some dishes on the counter, or the rug hasn't been swept, or you know, the list could be endless, right? But that's fine because I'm not trying to portray the Instagram photo-worthy finished product of what a lot of people are doing on YouTube and Instagram and all that stuff. My place is nitty. My place is gritty. That doesn't mean that it's not clean. That doesn't mean that it's not my home. But it just as fast as it takes to clean up, it takes, you know, not that much time to clean up. It can go just as dirty and what looks like messy in the same amount of time, just because there's that little bit of space. So when stuff isn't in the places that it's supposed to be, well, it kind of looks like a little bit of a pigsty. So as you can see, it's just a beautiful day back here at the cabin. The sun is shining after a big old windstorm. Like I say, even with my stand here shooting there, it just looks like it's going to be, you know, in the way with everything. Same with down here. Had some snacks out last night. I have some new lights up there because I got a new power station that you've probably seen in my past video. And it just kind of looks, you know, a little bit unruly. Same with over here. Got to get it all cleaned up. I got to sweep the rug. And then the kitchen, got to do dishes, and then just tidy up in here, and then put some groceries away. So, you know, when you look at it as a whole, I mean, it kind of does look like a pigsty, and I can definitely see the point, but at the same time, this won't take very much effort to get all cleaned up. And when it comes to shooting these videos that y'all see, I'm not going to just go specifically clean up this, that, and everything to shoot a video to make it all polished and looking good. Even though that I know a lot of people would do that, I don't know, it just doesn't seem, it just seems like, you know, putting lipstick on something, right? And this is what it is. I didn't feel like cleaning it up. I didn't feel like sweeping. Didn't feel like doing any of that, so it didn't get done. And at the same time, I want to get a video up, so I'm not just going to do it for the video's sake. I'm just going to say, hey, this is a lived-in cabin, this is a lived-in house, and it is what it is kind of thing, right? So it's just interesting, you know, are we really being sold a lie about all of these cabins and off-grid homesteads and houses? Some of them are just as big as a actual house and have hundreds of thousands of dollars that are invested into them, which is absolutely, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but I know that when I was looking into cabin life and building a cabin myself before I had this place, it almost was a little bit discouraging because I would see all these YouTube channels and I'd be like, man, oh man, I need to get all this stuff to be able to be successful in homesteading. Well, it makes life easier, but I don't think you need all of that stuff to be successful in it. Tractor would be easier for hauling wood, obviously. And then if you have animals, you know, if you have enough land, you need to get around from the land, maybe growing hay, transporting stuff. If you have a sawmill, it would be obviously easier for your sawmill, but I don't think it's a necessity. So it's very interesting. I can see both sides of it for sure. I think those things aren't a necessity, but rather a luxury. But when you're trying to get motivation for your own homestead, for your own, you know, your own building plans, your own cabin plans, cabin life, off-grid life, whatever avenue that you go down, and you see all these people, they have hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of equipment and 100 acres, it kind of sets you up like, oh man, well, okay, I can't do it because I don't have that right now. I don't have 100 acres. I don't have a tractor. I don't have an ATV. I don't have a sawmill. I don't have. But I think we really need to be focusing on what we do have and building our skill sets from that point of view as well. And then hopefully later on down the line, as the years progress, we can start to add these things into our lifestyle. I also laugh because I thought that, having the cabin for about 4 or 5 years, that I'd have everything done and everything complete that I wanted to have it on. But, I mean, look, you can still see a wall that it has vapor barrier on it, but the wall behind me, it doesn't have any finished cladding onto it, doesn't have any tongue and groove or anything like that. The upstairs still needs a little bit of insulation. The floor needs the actual flooring laid. And in my mind, the list could go on. So there's always something to do, but it's just funny. I know we shouldn't be, comparison is the thief of joy and all that, but I look at other homesteads and I'm like, oh, it would be so nice to have everything done and be able to sit back and it's all finished and polished and looking good. So, 4 or 5 years in and I'm still trying to get the place finished. I thought that it would have been a year, maybe 2 years, that I would have everything all finished and said and done. But, as it is, life happens and things happen and just circumstances arise. A lot of the times things get more expensive. There's always you either have a lot of time and no money, or you have some money and no time. So it's never both. You don't ever, it seems like, to have a lot of time and a lot of money. At least, not in my experience. Maybe in this next year coming up will be a new season for that. Just interesting, the polished version of homesteading and off-grid life that we see on TV shows. And a good breath of fresh air was, I don't know if you all have seen, it was a show called Homestead Rescue with the Rainey family. And I laugh, but I can relate to them. There's some things on that show where it's like, okay, this is actually kind of the reality a lot of people that jump into this actually face. They don't have running water. They try to get different things set up and it just doesn't work. Stuff doesn't work. They run out of firewood, run out of this, run out of that. They're just struggling to survive. So, that was almost, I hate to say it, almost a breath of fresh air kind of thing, because I can totally relate to all of that, as opposed to seeing just these beautiful, beautiful kitchens and beautiful, beautiful cabins and just these, everything is where it should and looking absolutely great and wonderful. And it would be nice, but I haven't been able to attain that yet in this spot here. So I'm just curious, what do you all think? Do you think that it's harder for people getting and wanting to get into the homestead life or the off-grid life, seeing these photos of all these manicured homesteads with all of this equipment, land, animals, and all that? Do you think it makes it harder, or do you think that it is more of a motivating factor of being like, oh, well, okay, I see this person, they have all this. Well, okay, this is kind of what I want as well. I'll work towards that. Because I think as long as we don't let it hold us back from reaching towards our goals and putting steps forward and getting there, that it's good to see these things, because if other people can get it, well, I should be able to get it as well. So yeah, it's just an interesting subject, and I know we've talked about it before. So I'm just curious what you all think on this subject as well. You always have some great points down in the comments section, stuff that I never even would have thought about. So I appreciate all the comments and all of the brain thoughts on your guys' end as well. But like I had mentioned, it's a beautiful day back here at the old cabin in the woods. As you can see out the window, we lost all of our snow because we had a torrential rainstorm last night. Got the new power station, absolutely loving it. And it is nice and toasty in here. The fire's going as always. Got a nice little stockpile of wood that I brought in. And the temperature gauge for the chimney is about 300 degrees. So that's absolutely perfect. Got to head into town later on, fill up my water jugs, and that's another reason why I haven't been able to do my dishes, because I don't really have enough water. So I'll get all this all cleaned up, fill up my water jugs going into town later, get that all cleaned up and good to go, and I will get this all swept up and stuff put away. I just didn't want to get it all good to go for the video. Like I said, it is what it is, but it doesn't mean that it won't all get cleaned up in due time. Alrighty then, well, just getting back from town and got some water jugs now, so I can get some water on the old stove, get that boiling up, get the dishes done, and get this place somewhat looking better than it was. Just had my lunch, had a good old chicken Caesar salad, and yeah, just continuing on with the day. We're going to get this place all, well, maybe spick and span. I don't think it'll ever be that to some people's opinions, but that's completely fine as well. Oh boy, too funny. All right, so I got some propane tanks down here. I still haven't been able to get the so over here I need to get a hose that fits this, so I can plug in a hose and then I could have a 25-pound tank as opposed to using these 1-pound single-use tanks. But I'll get that hooked up, and I'll use these my water jugs down here, get them all filled up, fill up my pot, take my board off here for my sink, and we'll get my my sink filled up with water, get that all done, clean up the kitchen, get ready for dinner. Alrighty then, let's get this in. I gotta say though, for just having a 2-burner cook stove, almost like the old Coleman's, I've been able to get a lot done with that bad boy right there. That bad mamma jamma. So, get my big old pot. We'll get her all good to go. Hope y'all are having an absolutely fantastic day yourself. Fantastic weekend. What I can't believe is we are so close to Christmas. When I'm shooting this, I think we're 5 days away from Christmas. And then just in another blink of an eye, we'll be into a new year. I don't even know where this year's went. It's absolutely crazy. And just like that, we got 12 liters of water in there. All right. There's a saying that, parents and everything would say to the kids when they're younger is, because we all, when we're younger, we want to grow up really fast and, be an adult and be a grown person. And that's once you get to that stage in life where you are a quote unquote grown up and an adult, you want to go back and you want to live as it is like when you were a kid. Because the saying, the older you get, the faster it goes, and that's in reference with time. Time just flies by, and I've realized that the older that I get, it seems the faster time goes. It's absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. Progress is being made! So I had to stick on my kettle filled with water, just because this time of the year, little dry in here with the old wood stove going just like it is. So I've had a couple nosebleeds last year, so I want to try to avoid that. Getting the kitchen cleaned up, got a lot of the dishes done. Still got some more soaking over here. And that's where I put them when they're clean. I'll come back around, clean up under here, maybe tidy up under there. But yeah, it's slowly coming together. A lot better than it was, 20 minutes ago. Come back in, get this all cleaned up as well. Get it all neat and tidied. And yeah, look at that. Minus this spot over here. A work in progress though. And for dinner, got some homemade goulash for dinner, so that's going to be delicious. So also a cool little project that I'll be working on coming into the new year is I'm thinking that I'm going to be starting a new YouTube channel. Obviously, still going to be keeping on going with this one, but I used to do reselling a couple years ago, and I really enjoyed doing that. And yeah, I just thought it was really fun, make a little bit of money onto the side. And so what I think I'm going to be doing is starting a YouTube channel where I go around, and in the summer it'll be thrift stores, yard sales, and all that. And not really yard sales right now because it's winter, but I'll go around to what I can find. I'm thinking to go along with the YouTube channel where I'll sell it is on eBay. So that'll be all coming up here in the new year. It's always fun going out and seeing what little treasures you can find and what gems you could find. So I'm excited about that. So stay tuned for that into the new year. And then obviously everything that is going to be happening here on this channel as well. But I've been trying to think of a name for the reselling channel, and I'd like to keep it along the same lines of, you know, Maple Monkey. So I'm like, oh, what could I do? Like monkey sales, monkey sells, maple sales, maple sells. So if you have any ideas related to, you know, like yard sales or reselling or flipping or anything like that with like monkey monkey or maple or something along those lines, you know, let me know in the comments below, because I'm not really too sure on anything, don't have anything 100% in my mind. So yeah, I'm sure you guys will have some great ideas with that as well. And there we have it. Doorway all cleaned up. Kitchen all cleaned up. No more dishes. Rug is swept. Nothing in the way. Love it. A little bit neater over here. Neater behind the wood stove. Got my kettle with my water on to get some humidity. Didn't get to under the stairs, but that's okay. Oh yeah, not too bad at all. All right, y'all, so I want to show you the difference. Got the new power station all hooked up to the lights you may have seen in the previous video. So this is the light that I've usually been going with, my battery-powered lights. And, you know, they've been working good, so I'll pop it up to about 100%. And, oh no, that's 100% right there. So I'll show you the difference here when I turn on the lights from the power station. Pop them on. And, oh! So look at the difference. Turn that off. And look at that. Super, super cool. What a huge difference that makes. Fire's going nice in here. Having those string lights on, I'll get another set. And that is just absolutely awesome. I'll have those run over into the kitchen. Might even get another 2 sets. Love it. Too cool.